Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kate. I'm a part-time reseller if you don't already, and I'm headed to the Goodwill Outlet today to hopefully find some things to resell online. I'm a part-time reseller, like I said, but I've been working more full-time hours, and that has been stressful, but it has been rewardable. It has been profitable. I have been making a ton of sales this week, especially on eBay, which is great, and I don't have to take any of my daughter today, which is great, so I'm just glad I can have this time to reset, take you guys with me to the Goodwill Outlet, don't have to worry about my husband or my daughters, just can focus on me. Before I arrive to the Goodwill Outlet, I'm going to stop at UPS to drop off a Mercari sale, and then I'm going to head to USPS to drop off a few other sales, and then I will finally be at the Goodwill Outlet. But yeah, let's get going.
I'm gonna tie my hair up before I go in because I already know it's gonna be hot in there, and I'm gonna want my hair off of my neck. Anyway, let's go in. Got my trash bag in case I can't find a cart, and then this cute little St. John's Bay purse that I got here several months ago. But it's just this nice little leather purse that I love to wear when I go out shopping by myself, which isn't very often. The parking lot doesn't look too full. It definitely looks fuller, so that's always a good sign. I started my day at the Goodwill bins in the back corner where I usually don't even look because I don't know, I just never go over here. And overall, this day of sourcing was pretty terrible. I honestly didn't find that much good stuff at all, which is kind of ironic that I'm filming this day, but I did start off in this back area and I did find a few things. This was just a little cardigan, like a boutique cardigan. Watching this video of myself at this camera angle, I have this angry, serious look on my face. It's kind of like a resting bee face. And I hope I don't look like this all the time at the bins because I look super mean and unapproachable, but that's just how I look when I'm focused and trying to work. But I totally turn people off, I bet. So I moved on from that back section area and headed to the bin that I usually look through very first because I find a lot of great shoes here usually, and today was no different. I quickly spotted a Dansko heel, vintage Dansko heel, and usually the shoes at my Goodwill Outlet are close to each other if they're not elastic banded together, and then there's the other shoe, and I was so happy that I found the other pair of Danskos. I spotted this vintage little kids old navy overall with flannel fleece lining, and I think it was from '03. I can't read it from where I am right now, but it is vintage. I think there was a stain though or something wrong with it, the reason I didn't get it. But if it hadn't had a stain, I would have totally gotten it. And then I looked at this belt, which didn't have any branding or anything, so I left it, but I have done pretty well selling belts at the Goodwill Outlet for good money and fast money. Here I am waiting for the last bins rotation of the day. Usually the other people that are waiting for the bins rotation don't have a cart with them. They leave their carts lined up against the wall, and then when there's a new bins rotation, they'll come without their carts and wait, and then they'll just grab a few pieces and put them back into their carts on the sidelines. And I think a lot of people do that, so that kind of gives me a lesser advantage because I have that bulky cart to bring around. But I don't know, I just don't like doing that, and usually I'll have one of my daughters with me too, so that is also a hindrance. But while I wait in line for the new rotation, I like to take a look at the inventory next to me, see what I can see. This bin right here next to me had a ton of coats that I looked through. Most of them were vintage and not worth anything, but it was cool to go through all those coats and took my mind off the new bins rotation, which was coming. That can always be a little stressful.
Okay guys, let's get into this haul. I'm hoping that the camera angle is good. I want to have like a permanent place I can record hauls, but for now it's at my desk. I just got this new green comfy spinny chair and I love it. It's so much fun, so I'm happy to be recording this haul, but I feel like I need to straighten out for you guys. I think that's better. Okay, let's jump into this haul that I said was mediocre before, but I actually am feeling better about it because in hindsight, it could have been a lot worse. I think the shoes really helped make the whole trip okay. So let's just dive right in. So the very first pair of shoes I found was a pair of Danskos. I swear, every time I go to the bins now, I find a pair of Danskos, which is just incredible. These seem to be like an older pair, maybe. I don't know, but they're like heels. I didn't know they made Danskos with heels like this. They're really cute and pretty good condition. Let's see if I can find the other pair. Should be somewhere in here. But yeah, they were just right there. I found the other one. I think I found them on camera, actually. So you guys will probably see me find them. And then I got this pair of shoes. This is a pair of Brooks. I really like the colorway of these. I like the silver, the blue, the purple. They're just a lot of fun colors in there. So I had to get those. Pull those both out right here. And then I got this pair of tap shoes for my daughter. She's not in tap class or anything. She's starting back up her dance class in the beginning of September. But if I decide to put her in tap class, then we'll have a pair of tap shoes for her. Or if I just say, hey, Mara, put on these shoes, let's go tap in the kitchen, then she can tap with these cute little tap shoes. I just realized that they might be missing. Oh no, they're not missing. That's just the design. I thought there was maybe like a lace missing, but those are cute. Next up, we have the second pair and the only other pair of Danskos I found this trip, which was a pair of green, very remind me of like granola girl garden-esque. These are in pretty good condition, a smaller shoe size. The only problem would probably be like the darkening of the sole right there, of the insole. Right there. They definitely have some darkening, which I'll just mention, but those are really, really cute. I really love the leather details right there, if you guys can see that. I was debating about getting them, but I thought, hey, even if I just list them for $25, that's a pretty good flip. And these are a cute pair of Danskos. We have these pair of boots that definitely have some wear to them, but they're a pair of Born boots. And I really like the way they look like they were marked at $19.99 at the regular Goodwill, so it's no wonder they didn't sell. But they have a little bit of, I can't tell if that's, I think that's heel drag, but maybe not. I can't tell. I can't tell if like that's the design because it seems to curve up on the heel pretty significantly. So that might just be the design, but I thought these were in nice enough condition to pick up. And then I got a second pair right here. So I'm happy about that. Let's see. So I got these, which I would have never gotten at a normal thrift store. They're just a pair of Bobs by Skechers, but these are pretty clean. Looks like Goodwill marked these at $19.99 too. No wonder they didn't sell. But yeah, these are really cute and they're in basically brand new condition. I don't know if I'll say new without box, but maybe I will because they honestly look like they have never been worn, even for $25 on those. I think that's pretty great. The last thing in this bag is another pair of shoes. And this is a pair of Merrell's, M-E-R-R-E-L-L, Merrell boots. There is some wear on the toe area there, and then there's like a very distinct spot right there. But I'm not going to list these for a ton. I think they're a great pair, very grunge or gorpcore. I always mix up the fashion terms grunge and gorpcore, although they're not the same. They're different. Although I could not describe them to you guys right now. Okay, I think this is the last pair of shoes right on top here in this second bag. This is a pair of, I believe, men's boots, just by the way that they look, but they could be women's or just a really small men's foot. But the brand is Old West, and I did a quick Google search, and turns out Old West is a pretty nice men's boot company. Like they sell for $100 or $80 to $100 plus. And so I thought, okay, I'm just going to get them, do more research into them later. They're a pretty nice pair of men's boots. They do have some wear on the leather, but I feel like that just gives character to the pair of men's boots. The rest of this stuff is clothing, except for the few odds and ends I got. I got these, which are just some Christmas cookie cutters because I don't have any of my own Christmas cookie cutters, and that would be a super fun activity to do with my daughters. Let's see how much I spent this day. I spent almost $30, $29.68. When I'm calculating my cost of goods, I don't do an average amount per item. I do how much each individual item costs. It just works better for how I calculate things. I'll put this back down so you guys don't hear crinkling right in the mic here. Now this is very mediocre clothing. So we found the okay shoes, but these are the mediocre clothing. This is from the brand CNC California. It's 100% linen, size large. It's just a striped shirt. Definitely better for the season that we're currently in, but I don't think it has any stains or anything. Very lightweight top. Thought I'd get that because of the material makeup. And then this top, super mid again. I wasn't finding anything, and so the kind of good things I found, I just bought. This is J. Jill, size small petite, so not a very good size, and also not a super substantial piece. Like, yeah, it's a cute little blouse, very bohemian, but I don't know how quickly that will sell or for how much. But I thought, since I'm here, I'm just going to get the inventory because I have limited time as a mom. This is a style-based pickup. There was no tag to it. It is also kind of sheer. It's a midi length kind of. It's a midi length, and it has pockets. So I wonder if it was homemade. But it has one tier. It's very cottagecore-esque, and so I thought I would get that. Definitely smells of a thrift store. I like the smell of a thrift store, but I actually just had someone who bought a Hollister pair of overalls from me on eBay. They had received their package and she said that the overalls stink. And I was like, oh no, and I'm like, I'm sorry. She thought that maybe it was because of how they were stored, but I told her that's probably not it because I store everything in polymailers, plastic polymailers, and so nothing can get inside. I have a pretty good sense of smell, so maybe she just didn't like the thrift store smell. Who knows? This next piece is just an Adidas size extra large Climalite pair. This is from 2018. Right there, if you guys can see that. It's just a fleece kind of, I don't know how much that'll go for, but like I said, I was just taking what I could find. Everything that I actually seriously picked up, and it was a brand I thought was okay, I just bought because it was slim pickings, very slim pickings. Okay, this is from the brand Urban Outfitters, and it's a size medium, although it looks very small, like an extra small. And it's just a sheer top, snake skin, $15 maybe I'll list that for, but it's stretchy and sheer, and I feel like that's in style, so got that, and it essentially weighs less than $1. So pretty cheap into that. And then this next piece is actually something that I've been wanting for myself, but it's just a little bit too big. It says it's a size 14. It's a vintage Evan Picone skirt, but it's definitely not a size 14, but I think it's either my size or just a tiny bit bigger. I love the length though. I think this would be so cute with like a black long sleeve shirt. Definitely gives Emily in Paris vibes. I just watched the first half of the newest season on Netflix and I'm absolutely loving it. I love Emily in Paris. I just think it's such a good show. I love like feel good shows like that don't have too much, of the bad stuff in it, but like it's still pretty good to watch. I'm probably gonna list that skirt even though if it fits me, I might keep it for myself. Okay, we're getting down to, this is the very last item. And now this, after I checked out and I was putting everything in bags, I realized that this has some darkening of the sleeves. So I'll just have to do some stain treating. It's just a American Eagle size extra small sweater. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get it, YOLO. But yeah. So that is everything. Definitely mid on the clothes today, guys. But the shoes, that's what made this trip great. Thanks for watching this small video. I can't wait to see you guys in my next one. Hopefully you guys will be there. Bye.